of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children from their families, their communities, and their country. For the pain, suffering, and hurt of these stolen generations, their descendants, and for their families left behind, we say sorry. As Prime Minister of Australia, I am sorry. On behalf of the Government of Australia, I am sorry. On behalf of the Parliament of Australia, I am sorry. And I offer you this apology without qualification. We apologize.
I respectfully acknowledge the Quandamooka people of this land and respect the elders of the past, present and future. I share my thoughts and reflections as a migrant to Australia and having adapted to the cultural and traditional norms of our nation for the past 21 years as an Australian citizen. I drive and observe the beautiful suburbs of Bayside Brisbane, which covers the local communities of the southeast Queensland of Manly, Manly West, Tingalpa, Lota, Gumdale and Wynnum. These surroundings have been mine and my children's home for the past 21 years. As I drive through the suburbs, I notice that the historical bushwalking tracks continues to hold Western names such as Charlotte Street, Edith Street for Wynnum, and London Street, Gumdale. New concrete buildings continue to take over its natural habitat, which is a home to many native flora and fauna. I see no reminders of the past, hence there's no legacy for the future generation. Having resided in Bayside Brisbane for the past 21 years, I have attended Australia Day and Anzac Day ceremonies annually, but I have never seen a traditional touch to these activities. I notice that landmark activities are centered to be in central cities of our nation for 1 week in order to mark NAIDOC Week. I think to myself, shouldn't our culture be a part of our lives daily? Then why do we celebrate only once a year? So we had nothing to offer our children as a part of a daily learning. The beauty of Bayside Brisbane revolves around the oceanfront and the esplanade of Wynnum. I note that the old Lota jetty remains in ruins, but there is a new jetty based in Wynnum as a part of a tourist attraction. I note that Manly Boat Harbour has no traditional vessels, instead has Western and modern water vessels, which has taken over its natural beauty. I see the historical art and craft shops have taken over the expensive boutiques and coffee shops for the public to wine and dine in. As I walk through the buzzing Manly markets on the weekends, I see no signs of traditional activities that remind us of the rich heritage. To me, this is a long-term trickling effect of colonisation in our community. I look at the local archives of Redlands Bulletin in the Wynnum Library and note that the release on the April 5th, 2015, stating our local council of leaders has marked 21 years of existence, but has also to comment only have survived without any funding or support from government agencies. To me, this reflects as a systematic negligence due to the impacts of colonisation. As I look at the local Wynnum Herald dated April 5th, 2017, the newspaper proudly promoted school holding holiday activities for children and families of the upcoming Easter break through council events and in shopping centres. Numerous opportunities and experiences have been offered for children to learn and take part in, such as theme park magic passes visits to Gold Coast, Smurfs and Kung Fu Panda workshops, dance parties and bug shows, but there's nothing to educate our children about the true magic and beauty of Stradbroke and Westmoreland Island's history. I feel children could learn from the traditional storytelling, weaving, painting and art, dance and music activities, exploring culture and heritage. To me, this is a loss of local history and legacy. So where is the reconciliation plan in action? Or is just this words and no action on ground level? Social justice also means recognising the distinctive rights that Indigenous Australians, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples hold as the original peoples of this land. The Commission keeps social justice issues before the Australian Government and promotes community understanding and respect for the rights of Indigenous people. As one of the national priorities, Close the Gap initiatives, I commend the Rudd government for making the Sorry Day event have a mark of a national recognition as an outcome of a national apology. To me, there is a contradiction to Chapter 1 of Closing the Gap Report 2017, titled as Appreciating Our National Culture and Celebrating the World's Oldest Living Cultures. All three Bayside suburbs have been the centre of property in the southeast region. Except for the outlets, there are no signs of acceptance of diversity. I notice no cultural significance promotion at local events such as Australia Day and Anzac Day celebrations. We have acknowledgement of the World War I memorials and World War II, but nothing for the local traditional people. I noticed quite a few ballet and hip-hop schools, but no opportunities to impart traditional knowledge such as dance, music, food, or language for our future generations. I note only one early childhood education service, Gundala, with Indigenous affliction to be in operation in the growing suburbs of Manly West, Lota, Wakeley, Wynnum, Tingalpa and Gumdale. To me, this is a contradiction to Chapter 2 of Closing the Gap Report 2017, Infancy and Early Childhood. The title of the chapter states that a healthy start to life sets the foundation throughout the early years, giving children the best chance of succeeding at school and going on to follow their dreams throughout life. I notice no role models for future degenerations is any form, hence we have no legacy to leave our next generation of young people. I am a migrant from India and a mother of two Indigenous girls' backgrounds that share a rich Indian and Torres Strait culture. I have engaged with local cultures as I have resided here since 1996 and worked in child-related employment, which requires protocols to work with children from different backgrounds without prejudice. As a Baha'i, I believe that I have promoted oneness in mankind, and personally and professionally, by forming a strong connection. To me, the underlining question continues to remain unanswered. Will the wounds ever heal, and will we ever move on in future? Respectfully submitted.